Back for another edition of the TCWN post-race show. Burt Myers is your winner. Tim Brown, Danny Bowman, John Holloman, Jonathan Brown, Brandon Ward, Jason Myers, Chris Fleming, Lee Jeffries, and Jeremy Gerson rounds out the top 10. Matt Hirschman, Bobby Labonte for Burt Myers. He asks you to.
If you haven't subscribed to Charlie Warren's YouTube videos, go ahead and do that now.
This is Burt Myers. And this is Brandon Ward, and you're watching the TCWN post-race show.
What is up, best race channel in the world? Welcome back to another edition of the TCWN post-race show. But anyway, guys, welcome back to another edition of the TCWN post-race show, like I did say. And also, this is going to be a little bit longer. This actually may be the longest TCWN post-race show of the year because I'm actually going to go over how everything needs to go for championship weekend for maybe possibly your favorite driver to win a championship. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. The modifieds had 2025 for some reason. This was supposed to be 2050s. I don't know why they didn't do that. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get into it. Jason Myers is the winner of the first 2025 lapper. He's followed by Burt Myers, Brandon Ward, The Rocket, Tim Brown, Lee Jeffries, Daniel Beeson, Junior Snow, John Holloman the fourth, Danny Prost, and Randy Butner rounds out the top 10. And now we're going to go ahead and get into race number 2. Anyway, Randy Butner is your winner. He's followed by Burt Myers, again, Brandon Ward, Tim Brown, Danny Prost, Junior Snow, Lee Jeffries, Chris Fleming, former points leader. Gosh, he finished better than I thought he did. Jason Myers and Luke Fleming rounds out the top 10. So now we're going to go ahead and get into the point standings. And the Rocky Man, Tim Brown, is your leader right now. He's followed by Brandon Ward, Chris Fleming, Lee Jeffries, Burt Myers, Junior Snow, Jason Myers, John Holloman the fourth, Daniel Beeson, and Randy Butner rounds out the top 10. Now, if we go over how everything has to play out, Brandon Ward is behind Tim Brown by 7 points. Now, the double point is going to be double points this coming up week. So every position is 4 points. The winner gets 100, the second place gets 96, and so forth. So Brandon Ward has to have 2 cars in between him and Tim Brown to win his first championship. So now if we go over to the former points leader, Chris Fleming, who had probably one of the worst nights of the season, he falls all the way down to third. He has 598 points, which puts him 21 points behind Tim Brown. So you have to divide that by 4. So that would be 6 positions for Chris Fleming. Chris Fleming has to finish 6 positions in front of Tim Brown if he wants to get, and Brandon Ward if he wants to get his first championship. But yeah, Lee Jeffries, he is, I believe, 42 points behind Tim Brown, and Burt Myers is 5th. He is 48 points behind Tim Brown. So they're still mathematically in, but Burt, I think, has to have 12 positions in front of Tim Brown and everybody else in front of him if he wants to win a championship. So it's a long shot for them 3 drivers to win a championship. So basically it's going to come down to Tim Brown and Brandon Ward this season for the Brad's Golf Carts Modified Championship. Now, we're finally going to be able to move on to Sportsman. This is race... No, what am I kidding? These guys ran 100 laps. The Color J Sportsman 100. Here it is. Chase Robertson is your leader. The teenager. He gets it done. Wesley Thompson second, followed by Sterling Clemens, fan favorite Amber Lynn, Michael Adams, Mitch Gales, Zach Orr, the real deal, Riley Neal is 8th, and then I can't tell who that is. AJ Bernies, maybe? AJ Bernies. And then Chris Taylor rounds up the top 10 for the Colors Edge Sportsman 100. Now we're going to go to their point standings, and Chase Robertson doesn't have a real good amount of points. Chase Robertson is your leader with 666 points. That's not good. Zach Orr is second, though. He's followed by the real deal Riley Neal, Michael Adams, Amber Lynn, Donkey Strong Justin Taylor, Sterling Clemens, Connor Branch, Tommy Neal, Tiger Neal, Tommy Tiger, the Tiger Neal, and then Mitch Gales rounds out the top 10. So if we look at the point standings, Zach Orr, he is, I believe, 19 points behind Chase Robertson. And if we divide this by 4, oh Lord, this is going to take me a minute. So he would have to have 5 positions. Zach Orr has to finish 5 positions in front of Chase Robertson to claim his first Sportsman Championship, I do believe. I don't think Zach Orr's ever won it. Now, if we go to Riley the real deal Neal, he has 642 points. That puts him at 24 points. So he has to finish 7 positions. So Riley Neal has to finish 7 positions in front of Chase Robertson and Zach Orr to claim his first Sportsman Championship. And then it falls straight down to Michael Adams with 606 points. That puts him 60 points behind Chase Robertson. So that's a shot in the dark. I don't even know if he can win the championship 60 points down. But, so yeah, that pretty much does it for Sportsman. We're going to go ahead and get into Street Stock, though. And they ran a 20-lap race. We're going to go ahead and get into it. Christian Joyce is your winner. He's followed by Austin Jones, Brad Lewis, David Creed, Zach Staley, Cody Gum, Wes Glasgow, Jordan Atkins, Justin Cummins, and Evan Eggleston, I think, rounds up the top 10. I think that's how you say that. We're going to go ahead and get into this. And it's tight. It is tight for the points championship. Christian Joyce is your leader. He's only followed behind Austin Jones by 4 points. And then it's Brad Lewis, Cal Martin, Donnie Martin, Jordan Atkins, Craig Hartless, and then there's the K-Train, Kevin Gilbert. And then we got Chase Lewis and Cody Gum, who rounds up the top 10. Now, if you look at this, as I said, 4 points. So that's only one position on the racetrack. So if Austin Jones... wait a minute. Yeah, Austin Jones actually has to finish 2 positions in front of Christian Joyce. He's only 1 position on the track by Christian Joyce. So he has to finish 2 positions in front of Christian Joyce to win the championship. Now, if you look at Brad Lewis, he has 598 points, which puts him behind Christian Joyce by 8 points, separating Christian Joyce and Brad Lewis. So that's 2 positions. So Brad Lewis only has to finish 3 positions in front of Christian Joyce and Austin Jones to win his first championship. And then Cal Martin has 536. That puts him, I believe, 70 points behind Christian Joyce. So, Cal Martin's pretty much out of it. So yeah, there you go. It's a 3-horse race for this championship, ladies and gentlemen. Now we can go ahead and get into the stadium stock point standings, and AJ Sanders is still your leader. He's followed by Brandon Brindle, Chuck Wall. Show me the money, Chuck Wall, all the way up to 3rd. Wow. Isaac Harris is 4th, Blaine Curry 5th, Steven Sanders, Brandon Crotch, Justin Owens, Austin Cates, and Matt Alley rounds up the top 10. So if we do the math, AJ Sanders is 20 points in front of Brandon Brindle, which means that's 5 points. So Brandon Brindle has to finish 6 spots in front of AJ Sanders to claim his 2nd championship. Chuck Wall, show me the money. Chuck Wall, he is behind AJ Sanders by 50 points. So yeah, he's pretty much out of it as well, because they ain't gonna be but 26 cars. AJ Sanders would about have to wreck for Chuck Wall to get his championship, and he has to finish in front of Brandon Brindle, obviously, by, that's 30 points in between him and Chuck Wall, Brandon Brindle and Chuck Wall. So, Chuck Wall it would be a miracle if Chuck Wall got the championship. So that's pretty much all but locked up by AJ Sanders, which I don't know, though. If he gets spun out, Brandon Brindle could possibly win the championship. But anyway, that's all I got for you. I know this was a long episode, ladies and gentlemen, but that is how it has to go for possibly your favorite driver to win the championship. So, yeah. Thanks for all y'all support this year. One more week, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll go over the final results and final point stands for the 2023 Bowman Gray Stadium Championship. The Ag South 150 decides it all for Bowman Gray Stadium this season. And then after that, the next Friday will be Ace Speedway for the Small Modified Tour powered by Pace-O-Matic for the Robert Jefferson Memorial. Also, be sure to tune in to SNR Talks every Friday night. We did have Christian Joyce on the major platforms this past week, so be sure to go check that out. And so, yeah, that's all I got for you guys. God bless. He loves all y'all. Hope y'all went to church today. And as the 10-time Bowman Gray Stadium Modified Champion, Burt Myers, he asks you to.
If you haven't subscribed to Charlie Warren's YouTube videos, go ahead and do that now.